Have you ever wondered about the cost of living in Bangkok? Welcome to a comprehensive guide exploring how much life in Bangkok really costs. We'll delve into the nitty-gritty of life in Bangkok, discussing everything from Bangkok condo rent to healthcare. We're breaking things down into two sections, the frugal lifestyle and the slightly more plush, upper-middle-class lifestyle. So, whether you're a digital nomad or envisioning a more luxurious expat living in Thailand, this video has got you covered. To start the Bangkok cost of living section for more frugal-minded individuals, let's talk about visas. Navigating the visa landscape can be a bit tricky, but it's a crucial part of living in Bangkok. If you're a digital nomad planning to stay for 6 months with a couple of visa runs, you're looking at an average monthly visa cost of $50 to $100. Now, if you're eyeing a longer stay, there are other options to consider, such as the education visa or the elite visa. These are definitely pricier but offer greater stability for those planning to make Bangkok their home for an extended period. Remember, the cost of visas can vary widely depending on your personal situation and the type of visa you choose. It's not just about the initial outlay, it's about factoring it into your overall budget and lifestyle, so plan your visa strategy wisely to keep your costs low. Next up is housing, a major part of the cost of living in Bangkok. Now, life in Bangkok can be surprisingly affordable when it comes to housing, especially if you're willing to live a bit outside the city center. For a one-bedroom apartment in these areas, you're looking at around 12,000 baht per month, which is roughly $350. And remember, this is not some cramped room in a tower block. We're talking about a comfortable, modern apartment that you'll be proud to call home. But here's a key tip for you. The length of your lease can make a big difference to your costs. Short-term rentals tend to be pricier, so if you can commit to a 6-month or even a 1-year lease, you'll find yourself getting much better deals on housing. It's all about planning ahead and having that flexibility to commit to a longer-term arrangement. Now, you might be wondering about the process of finding an apartment in Bangkok. Well, it's pretty straightforward. There are plenty of online platforms where you can browse available properties and get a sense of what's out there. And once you've narrowed down your options, it's just a case of getting in touch with the landlord or agency to arrange a viewing. Don't be afraid to negotiate either. It's not uncommon to secure a lower rent by simply asking, especially if you're willing to sign a long-term lease. So don't be shy about haggling a bit. After all, the worst they can say is no, right? And let's not forget about the benefits of living outside the city center. Not only will you save money on rent, but you'll also get to experience a different side of Bangkok life. You'll be closer to local markets, street food stalls, and community spaces, giving you a deeper insight into the Thai way of life. So, a little bit of planning can save you a lot on housing costs. And remember, living frugally doesn't mean compromising on quality. It's all about making smart choices and understanding where you can save without sacrificing the things that matter to you. Now, let's move on to utilities. When living in Bangkok, your utility bills can range from 1,500 to 3,000 baht, roughly translating to $50 to $100 per month. This includes your water, electricity, and other basic services. However, if you're a digital nomad or a remote worker who stays at home all day, you might find your costs leaning towards the higher end of this range. Why, you ask? Well, Thailand, especially Bangkok, can get quite hot, and you'll find yourself using the air conditioning more often than not. This can significantly bump up your electricity bill. So, if you're planning to work from home, remember to factor in the additional cost of keeping your space comfortable. You might also want to consider energy-efficient appliances or habits to help keep these costs down. Remember, the more you stay at home, the higher your utility bills will be. Food is where things get interesting. When living in Bangkok, the range of food costs can vary significantly. You could be spending anywhere from $200 to $400 per month, depending on your lifestyle choices. If you're a budding chef or just enjoy the comfort of home-cooked meals, you might find yourself on the lower end of this spectrum. Cooking at home can be a great way to save money, and with the array of fresh, vibrant ingredients available at local markets, you won't be short on inspiration. On the other hand, if you're a fan of Western or non-Thai cuisine, your food budget might lean towards the higher end. Imported goods and restaurant meals can quickly add up, so if you're partial to your home comforts, be prepared to budget a little more for this. But here's the secret sauce to frugal food living in Bangkok. Street food. It's a culinary adventure with a kaleidoscope of flavors waiting to be explored. And the best part? It's incredibly affordable. For as little as $1.50 to $3, you can enjoy a meal that not only fills your belly, but also tantalizes your taste buds. However, if you prefer the ambiance and comfort of a restaurant, be ready to shell out a bit more. Non-Thai food at restaurants can cost around $8.50 or more per meal, but the experience, the service, and the variety of food options might just be worth it for some. In essence, your food choices are a balancing act between your culinary preferences and your budget. If you're willing to dive into the world of Thai street food and cook at home, you could save a substantial amount. But if you're a foodie who loves to explore different cuisines and enjoys the occasional restaurant visit, then factor in a higher food budget. Remember, living frugally doesn't mean compromising on the joy of food. It's about making smart choices that align with your lifestyle and budget. So make your food choices wisely to keep your budget in check. Now let's talk about Wi-Fi, phone, and healthcare. Now, living in the digital age, having reliable Wi-Fi is an absolute must. Especially if you're working remotely, you'll need a stable connection to keep up with your tasks. In Bangkok, you can expect to pay around 600 baht a month, which is roughly $17. It's quite affordable and the quality of service is generally good. On to the phone services. Thailand's mobile network coverage is excellent, even in some remote areas. A monthly prepaid plan, with a decent amount of data, will cost you around 350 baht, or about $10. You can easily top up your account at any convenience store or online, making staying connected a breeze. Now let's move on to a topic that's a bit more serious: healthcare. The cost of healthcare can vary greatly depending on your personal situation and the level of coverage you want. However, for a healthy, younger individual, you can expect to pay between $50 to $100 a month for a lower-end international health insurance plan. This should cover most basic medical needs. It's worth noting that Thailand's healthcare system is generally well regarded, with many hospitals in Bangkok offering high-quality medical services. Remember, these are essential services. They're not areas where you'd want to skimp out on in order to save a few dollars. A stable internet connection can be the difference between a productive workday and a frustrating one. Being able to use your phone freely makes navigating the city and staying in touch with friends and family much easier. And having health insurance gives you peace of mind, knowing you're covered in case of any medical emergencies. So when planning your budget for living in Bangkok, be sure to factor in these costs. They're part of the reality of living in a big city, but thankfully in Bangkok, they're quite reasonable. These are essential services, so factor them into your budget. Next up, we have gym and transportation costs. Now, maintaining a healthy lifestyle in Bangkok doesn't have to break your bank. For gym expenses, you're looking at around 2,000 to 3,000 baht a month. That's roughly $50 to $100. The cost variation mainly depends on the type of gym you choose. The higher-end, more luxurious gyms tend to be around the 3,000 baht mark or a bit under $100. Now, let's move on to transportation. Bangkok is a bustling city with an array of transportation options that cater to every budget. You could get around using the BTS SkyTrain, MRT subway, taxis, buses, or even motorbike taxis. The cost for these options can vary greatly, but on average, you should budget around $50 to $100 a month. Let me add here, if you're the adventurous type, you might consider renting a scooter. It's a fun and economical way to navigate the city, but it's not for the faint of heart, given Bangkok's notorious traffic. And don't forget about the occasional weekend getaway. Thailand is brimming with stunning destinations just a bus or train ride away, so do factor in those extra travel costs if you plan on exploring the country. Remember, your lifestyle choices can significantly affect these costs. If you're a fitness enthusiast who loves to travel around, you might end up spending a bit more. But on the flip side, if you prefer home workouts and walking for transport, you could save a pretty penny. Finally, let's talk about the cost of social life. Living in Bangkok doesn't mean you have to forego meeting new people, exploring local pubs, or experiencing the vibrant nightlife. The beauty of this city is that it accommodates every budget, even if you're living a frugal lifestyle. Now let's consider you're a person who enjoys a casual night out once in a while. You might be wondering about the cost of a local beer. Well, in Bangkok, a cheap local beer might cost you around 80 to 100 baht, which equates to about $2 to $3. Not bad, right? But let's say you're not much of a drinker and you prefer coffee ketchups or strolling through night markets. Even better, because these experiences can cost even less and offer a chance to immerse yourself in local culture. Remember, this is a frugal budget we're discussing, so we're not considering extravagant nights out, popping bottles at clubs. However, if you budget wisely, you can still enjoy a great social life. For example, you can allocate around $50 to $100 per month for your social outings. This can cover a few nights out, meeting friends, savoring street foods, or even attending local events. So, even with a frugal lifestyle, you can still enjoy a good social life in Bangkok. It's all about making smart choices that align with your budget and lifestyle preferences. And Bangkok offers plenty of options for that. Now, let's add up all these costs. Living frugally in Bangkok, which includes everything like visa, housing, utilities, food, Wi-Fi, phone, healthcare, gym, transportation, and social life, comes down to a surprisingly manageable figure. For around $1,000 per month, you can live a frugal yet comfortable life in Bangkok. Now that we've painted a picture of what a more frugal lifestyle in Bangkok looks like, let's flip the script for a moment. What does a $1,000 monthly budget look like where you live? Does it provide a frugal lifestyle, a comfortable one, or something in between? Share your experiences in the comments below. We look forward to hearing from you and learning about the diverse lifestyles of our viewers around the globe. But what if you want a slightly more upscale lifestyle? Let's shift gears and explore the cost of living for an upper middle-class lifestyle in Bangkok. Picture a life with more luxuries, like a swanky condo in the city center or dining at high-end restaurants. Imagine indulging in more expensive social activities and entertainment, or even investing in top-tier healthcare. These enhancements can significantly change your budget. Stay tuned to find out how much an upper middle-class lifestyle in Bangkok can cost you. Let's start with visas. Visa information is going to be similar whether you're living frugally or a bit more lavishly in Bangkok. Of course, visa costs can vary significantly depending on your personal situation. But if you're a digital nomad planning to stay in Bangkok for 6 months and do 2 visa runs, your monthly visa costs might average out to around $50 to $100 per month. However, if you're looking for more long-term options, consider exploring things like the education visa or elite visa. These options might cost more, but they also offer more stability and longer stays without the need for visa runs. It's crucial to note that visa regulations can change frequently, so it's always a good idea to check the latest information from reliable sources or consult with a visa expert. Remember, your visa is not an area where you want to cut corners. It's an essential part of your living expenses, and maintaining legal status in Thailand is crucial for a worry-free stay. So, budget accordingly and ensure you're always compliant with the visa rules and regulations. Now that we've covered visas, let's move on to housing. For those who prefer a more comfortable lifestyle, expect to pay around 20,000 baht, which is approximately $600 per month, for a 1-bedroom apartment in the city center. These apartments are modern, fully furnished, and often come with amenities like a gym, pool, and 24-hour security. It's important to note that short-term rentals will generally cost more due to the convenience and flexibility they offer. If you're planning to stay in Bangkok for a more extended period, consider getting a 6-month or 1-year lease. This approach can help you negotiate better deals on housing, and it can also offer a more stable living situation. Remember, location is key. Living in the city center means you're close to everything: shopping, dining, entertainment, and more. But it's not just about convenience. Living in a good location can also enhance your experience in Bangkok, making your stay more enjoyable and fulfilling. So, when budgeting for your housing costs, consider not just the price, but also the value that a good location brings. Moving on from housing, let's delve into the cost of utilities. For an upper-middle-class lifestyle in Bangkok, you should budget for about 1,500 to 3,000 baht per month for utilities. This equates to around $50 to $100 per month. This range covers your basic utilities such as water and electricity. Now, if you're someone who tends to stay at home a lot, perhaps as a digital nomad or remote worker, you should expect to be on the higher end of this range. This is especially true if you're running the air conditioning all day, which is quite common given Bangkok's tropical climate. Remember, these estimates are averages and actual costs can vary depending on your usage. So it's always good to keep an eye on your consumption habits to avoid any unexpected surprises. As we've noted before, it's all about balancing your comforts with your budget. Next, let's tackle one of life's most delicious necessities: food. As a city renowned for its culinary scene, Bangkok offers a wide range of options to suit every palate and budget. For an upper middle-class lifestyle, you should be looking at a monthly food budget between $200 to $400 per month. The variation in cost can be attributed to a few factors. For instance, if you're someone who enjoys cooking at home, your food budget could be on the lower end of this range. However, if you're more inclined to eat out or order in, expect to be on the higher end. Moreover, the type of food you consume also plays a significant role. Local Thai food is generally cheaper, with street food being the most economical option at 50 to 100 baht, or around $1.50 to $3 per meal. On the other hand, dining in restaurants, especially those serving non-Thai food, can be pricier, starting from 300 baht per meal, which is about $8.50. Given our upper-middle-class lifestyle scenario, let's lean towards the higher end and budget $400 per month for food. This allows for a healthy mix of home-cooked meals, street food adventures, and occasional fine dining experiences. Remember, food is not just a necessity, but an experience, especially in a city as gastronomically diverse as Bangkok. So, budget wisely, but also enjoy the culinary journey. Moving on to connectivity and healthcare. For a robust internet connection, essential for both work and leisure, you should budget around 600 baht or approximately $17 per month. This will get you a high-speed, unlimited data plan that allows you to stream, work, and stay connected seamlessly. Now let's touch on mobile costs. A local SIM card with a monthly plan offering plenty of data and local calls can cost anywhere between 300 and 600 baht, or roughly $8.50 to $17. This range depends on the service provider and the specifics of the plan you choose. Lastly, healthcare. While Thailand's public healthcare system is commendable, as an expat, it's advisable to have private health insurance. This can range from $100 to $200 per month, depending on your age, pre-existing conditions, and the coverage level you choose. In total, for Wi-Fi, phone, and healthcare, you're looking at a monthly expense of around $125 to $234. Remember, these are essential services that contribute to your overall quality of life, so it's crucial not to skimp on these. As we move forward with our upper middle-class lifestyle cost breakdown, let's talk about maintaining your health and fitness, getting around, and enjoying your free time in Bangkok. Starting with the gym, a membership at a high-end fitness center can cost about 3,000 baht or around $85 per month. These gyms often include amenities like swimming pools, saunas, and a variety of fitness classes, making it a worthwhile investment for your physical well-being. Next, transportation. While Bangkok has an extensive and efficient public transportation system, an upper-middle-class lifestyle might include more taxi rides and occasional car rentals. A reasonable monthly budget for transportation, considering a mix of public transit and taxi rides, would be around 3,000 baht or $85. When it comes to leisure, Bangkok has a vibrant scene of restaurants, bars, cinemas, and events. A meal at a mid-range restaurant can cost around 300 baht, $8.50. A movie ticket is about 200 baht, $5.70. And a night out at a bar can cost you anywhere from 500 to 1,000 baht, $14 to $28, on the low end, depending on the place and your order. And if you order a bottle at the club, costs go up even more. If you enjoy the leisure activities we mentioned once or twice a week, you're looking at a leisure budget of around 10,000 baht, or around $300 per month. Now stay tuned as we wrap up with a final look at the total cost of an upper middle-class lifestyle in Bangkok. So, what's the total monthly cost for an upper middle-class lifestyle in Bangkok? We've gone through all the major categories, from housing and utilities to food, healthcare, and even social life. Considering all these expenses, you're looking at an average monthly cost of around $2,000. This includes your rent, utilities, food, healthcare, gym membership, transportation, and social life. However, remember, this is an estimate. Your actual expenses could be higher or lower depending on your lifestyle choices and personal preferences. It's also important to remember that these costs can fluctuate based on current market trends, so it's always a good idea to do a bit of research and stay updated. But with proper budgeting and financial planning, living an upper middle-class lifestyle in Bangkok is completely feasible. As we pause to reflect on our journey through the diverse lifestyles in Bangkok, we want to hear from you. We've explored the frugal way of living as well as the upper middle-class lifestyle. These two lifestyles and their respective budgets should cover the concerns of most people wondering about the cost of living in Bangkok. We're curious to know what you think. Did this video help you? Do you feel more prepared to make a decision about your lifestyle in Bangkok? Or perhaps you're planning to live in another city or country and you'd like us to make a similar cost of living guide for that place. If you found this content useful, please let us know by giving this video a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Your support helps us continue to create these guides. And if there are other topics or cities you want us to cover, please leave a comment. We appreciate your input and we're eager to explore more together. Until next time.